Hey guys, here with another episode of Trainer Confidential. We got some news on a few things today, so we'll get started with it. How you doing today, Donnie?
Not bad, man. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. A lot of news going on around the world. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I want to jump right into it. I want to start talking about Beef Stew first. He's
Yeah,
a
the local
local.
boy.
Yeah, I was at this first show that my first show was Vancouver Open, and that's the one he was at. So and he won that show. So I want to go to him first. Now, Beef Stew, he got his pro card. Was it last year? His first pro debut, I believe, was New York Pro, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I think
believe
it
so.
was New
Yeah,
York
yeah.
Pro. He got second in that. He got second to Tonio, to Tonio. So anyway, so that's where he's been climbing the ranks. I believe he's with is he with HD? No, he's not with HD. Who is he with?
I'm not really sure. I know. Blue does his diets. I don't
Yeah.
know who actually does his training, but I know Blue does his diets.
But
So
anyway, this guy has climbed the ranks pretty quick, and I'm really excited to see what he's going to do, what kind of damage he's going to do.
he decided to take a little bit more of a layoff. You know,
Yeah.
he was his momentum was going pretty decent, and then he decided to power it down. And I think he
Yep.
wanted a pretty long off season, and from what he's claimed that he's gonna have a long season, so he's probably
Mhm.
anticipating doing at least three shows.
Well, what
And so
from what I
we'll see
understand, he's
we'll see what this long layoff has done,
yeah.
for his physique, So we'll see how he's improved on it.
Well,
So
I know he's put on a lot of size this year. He's stayed really lean also. So I mean, but from what he says here, he says he had a leg session, so he talks about starting prep in a few weeks. So
okay.
apparently he's got a bad knee. So a few weeks from this is a week ago. So 2 weeks starts prep. I'm not sure how long his prep was going to be. I'm 100% sure certain that he's
Well,
going to do
if he's doing a
pro.
lot of shows, I'm pretty sure they're going to be spread out throughout the year. I
Yeah.
think he's going to be on a diet most of the year.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. And he's a full-time bodybuilder now too, because I know he did I think he was an engineer. He had a really good job, but anyway, he quit his job last year to be a full-time bodybuilder. So
Well, man,
that's awesome.
he's got some good sponsors then, so
He
that's what
does.
I'm thinking.
He does. And he lives back here in Washington. He moved back here. So here's some pics from what show was this one? This was this the New York Pro?
Yeah, something.
No, this is the
Yeah, last year,
California.
this last season, yeah, somewhere
Yeah.
around there. But
Yeah, this is California.
well, like I said, we'll see what the improvements are,
Yeah.
um, and then I'm looking forward to looking at that.
But
Yeah,
you remember him at the Vancouver, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember you asked me, I'm like, who's back there anyway? And I'm like, oh, nothing really, nothing really that major back here. And he walks through the door. I'm like, oh shit, this guy's got the whole he just strolled through there, took the whole show, went from there,
Yeah.
won the Emerald Cup, went
So
to Nationals, won
we're
that.
going to be apparently we're anticipating on seeing a lot of him,
Yeah,
and like I said, we'll see what this off season has done.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, anyway, he's pretty he seems like a character too. I like his sense of humor. He puts some funny stuff up, and I mean the guy's pretty big. He's gained a lot of size this year.
Hmm.
Uh, I think he is around 280-ish or something like that. I know he's posted a few uh things. He also is a coach too. 285 out of bed this morning. So this is January 10th. So what do you think he'd be on what do you think he'd be if he would start prep right now? What do you think he'd be on stage at?
I don't have the foggiest idea. And it's pretty deceptive too. A lot of these guys
Yeah,
aren't nearly as heavy as they look. So
yeah,
when they're on stage, but yeah.
yeah,
And a
that's
lot of
true.
times it's not so much about how much you weigh, it's how much you look like you weigh.
Yeah, it totally is. Yeah. But remember at the Vancouver, he was super heavy. And then he went in, the Vancouver, there was like about a month time from Vancouver to Emerald, and he was
He got
super
sucked down to
heavyweight
heavyweight.
at the Emerald, yeah. And he was sucked down big time. So yeah. So he probably just played that as an opening up show to get warmed up, and anyway, he did what he did. He's doing good at it. Okay, so next one I'm going to talk to you about is Sergio Jr. So
Yes,
we were talking about him earlier. He is training with Dorian Yates. Sounds
he
like
is
full
training with
time.
Dorian, and I
Yeah.
know I'm kind of curious to see. I'm pretty sure training with Dorian, his training methodology is going to change a little bit, and we'll see, what he's going to look like if
Hmm.
he's complaining. Hopefully, he's planning on competing this year.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he said yet. I mean, the guy. Well, they're talking about doing another, heavy duty too, basically. Because
Because
now he's
I'm telling you
training.
right now, if he's training with Dorian, he's planning on competing.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you don't train as hard as Dorian's going to train him and not compete. That yeah, doesn't make any sense.
Well, Dorian, like he's just one of those guys. He dominated the sport, and then he did what he wanted to do, and kind of gave it up, at least for himself. And he's been kind of doing his own thing. But it just shows you he's a bodybuilder deep down. That's what he loves to do, and that's what he's doing again. Whether just with somebody else that he sees something in. I think that's cool. I think that's really cool. So yeah, and you're saying he was more of a volume guy, right? Sergio?
Yeah, he's somewhere in the middle, and I know, like I said, he's probably just still doing a little bit of volume under Dorian, but for the
Hmm.
most part, it's going to be a little bit more hit, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would assume Dorian's going to train him like he trained himself, right? Do you think he's
Yeah,
going to have videos with him getting yelled at and stuff by Dorian, like Dorian's coach had? Give me two more, Yates, two more. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. Uh, yeah, I wonder what show he's going to do because he kind of had some mess ups last year with getting over. He had that whatever it was over in the Middle East last year. Remember, he couldn't get over. He
yeah.
got somebody
Well,
died in an
yeah,
accident or something.
yeah. We'll take
And he was going to do the Brazil, couldn't do that.
we'll take a wait and see posture on this one. I
Yeah.
just thought it was interesting that he's training with Dorian. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought the same thing. I want to go to this pick too. I like that pick. That's little Sergio there.
yeah, that was Sergio
Big
right
Daddy
there.
there. I get so cool. How happy he is.
Lee
Everybody's
Haney's
happy
right
there.
behind him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lee Haney's right behind him. Is
Yep.
Lee Haney and Muhammad McCoway?
Yeah. Is that 1969?
No, no, no. This is in the 80s.
80s? Oh, okay. Okay. Huh. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, Hadi Choopan, I want to go to him real quick. This won't be long. He put up this post and it says 7 weeks out, my brothers. Well, that's about the Arnold UK. He is going to do the Arnold UK too, but remember in the Arnold sports page, they actually put up the roster for the Arnold UK and the Arnold Ohio. Arnold Ohio had three pending names under their names, and that was Hadi Choopan, Andrew Jack, and Nick Zilla. Well, Andrew Jack obviously he's not going to do it. But the other two, and Andrew Jack did get confirmed that he was able to come over here and compete. But there's been no confirmation yet for Hadi or Nick Zilla. I think we talked about Nick Zilla a couple weeks ago that it doesn't sound like he's going to be able to come over here, and he kind of knows that. So 7 weeks out, that's UK right there, is what he's saying to me. Which sucks because
So, and I think so. So what we're saying is he's got a better shot at getting into the
yes.
United Kingdom than the United
Yeah,
States.
I think he's already can go over there because on their list it didn't say pending. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a shorter flight, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely a shorter flight. But I mean, hypothetically, Hadi could come in, he could win the Ohio, he could win the damn UK, and he could win the Olympia this year. He could do a lot in just this year. And I don't know. I really hope he makes it here, man. I want to see him at the Arnold Ohio. I hope he can make it here. I really sucks if he can't because of political crap. Uh, but anyway, uh, yeah, that's Hottie, man. I feel for him if he can't go to it. I really feel for him. That would devastate me if I was in his shoes. Uh, Keone, I want to go to Keone now. We were talking about him earlier too,
Yeah,
and
the big question with Keon is how long is he going to stay in 212?
yeah, that's the big question.
So I'm thinking, well, and I can't speak for, but I'm thinking, I know, more than likely he's probably going to do the Olympia,
Yeah.
and I think if I think I think it's like not right now his consistency is still it's I wouldn't say it's a question, but it's something that we're looking at. It's something that we have. It's got everybody's attention,
Hmm.
and we just want to see can he bring or enhance on the conditioning that he has, because we know Sean is he's out for blood,
Oh, he's
you
gunning
know,
for him. He's gunning
and
for him.
we'll just see how well he can match that conditioning or even improve on it. If he manages to do that, I say, hey, by all means, go up, to that open,
To the
you
open.
know.
So
I
so
mean,
you think for him, I mean, if he wins this 212 Olympia this year, open what he'd want to do next. Be kind of just follow after Lunsford. Because Lunsford did
I
it.
mean, I mean, yeah, I mean, just because there aren't a lot of there are not a lot of open bodybuilders that got a structure like Keone has. I
No.
mean, it's you know, I'm looking at just his lines right now, conditioning aside right now, which is fairly good for him,
Hmm.
but look at that. I mean, look at the flare of the lats and how small that
Yeah.
waistline is, and you can see the roundness of the glutes and the hamstrings even through his pants,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Now, if he was to go to open, I mean, I'm not sure what he's weighing at. I mean, I think he looks a lot bigger than what he does in the off season before 212 last year, I think. But
The
uh, I'm curious to see when he starts his prep, how much has he got? How much has he got to lose to get the 212? You know what I mean? And how
Yeah,
big is he
yeah.
going to have to?
I
How
it
much?
looks like I'm thinking he's gonna have to suck down pretty good right now. I bet
Yeah,
you he is in. I would say it looks like he's in like the high 230s right now.
yeah. This seems like, huh? Because Clarita on
But
the off season, he's maybe
here's the
220s,
thing,
right?
here's the thing. Dexter's about the same height, maybe a little bit taller, and he competed at that weight. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Wow.
Dexter competed at 230.
Huh.
So it's almost like he's got to look like this. He's got to have this kind of size in contest conditioning, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you? I mean, do we know? I mean, we last year he obviously won the 212, but we don't know enough. We haven't seen him enough to see if he's consistent yet.
That's fine.
Not
And
like,
I don't really need to see him a lot from now. I just want to see him on stage.
yeah,
That's all that
yeah,
matters to me. I
yeah.
just want to see him on stage, you know.
It's
I
like to
mean,
me, off season to prep, his face looks a little chubbier. It's about it. I mean,
that's him.
yeah, yeah,
And remember now, you're talking about Sean Roden. Remember how Sean Roden looked on the off season? I mean,
yeah,
Sean, you look like a bodybuilder, you know.
yeah,
He just looked like a big guy.
yeah.
So
I'm
yeah, we'll see.
really curious on what he weighs. He has just a phenomenal structure though. And now he's not very tall either, right?
No, he's not. He's
He's got what do you
probably about
think?
my height,
Okay. Yeah.
maybe a little shorter. I'm like 5'6.5", so
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think that's what we got for tonight, man. You got anything else you want to add?
that's about it. I would say what we got. We got San Fran and Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's exciting. Hey, something else exciting. You start prep soon, yeah?
I start prep tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I start prep tomorrow. I think I'm gonna start about a week early.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it just
yeah.
out of pure you just want to get it going? I mean, I don't know about you, but
Yeah, I think I need to get in that rhythm,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. So I typically it takes me about 12 weeks. I was gonna start 14, but then I said, okay, I'll go 13.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna finish just getting everything set up tonight and then start my cardio in the morning. Actually,
Yeah.
typically I would
Oh,
start on Sundays, but I'll
oh,
start
you're
yeah.
gonna start tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm starting
Oh, wow.
tomorrow. Like I
Okay.
said, I'm starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's 13 weeks.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'll probably be dieting through I'll be prepping through till September.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know about you, but like I'm itching to start prep too. I just get, you know, just eating all the food, just you know, yeah, it being heavy like that, it kind of gets on your. Oh, it's hard to walk around and do things sometimes. So I kind of look forward to trimming down and being on prep. I really do. And I don't know what it because I guess there's a goal at the end of the tunnel, and I just see that, and it just something clicks in my head. You know what I mean? I don't know. Is that like that with you too? Do you look forward to that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I do.
and so like I said, I added because typically, in the off season, I'm more of a keto because I don't really want to, and so my weight was a little down, and I went like 3 weeks on my old prep diet, and I was initially right around about 213,
Mhm.
214, and now I'm this morning, waiting this morning, I was 225. I mean, it's just
Jeez.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Damn.
So which is in I feel, but this is how much I typically weigh when I start prepping, about 225, close
Uh,
to maybe 230, somewhere between there. And
yeah,
this is where I usually am, you
yeah,
know. So
yeah,
like I said, okay, I'm gonna go about 3, 4 weeks, put the carbs back in. I didn't really
yeah,
put in a lot of carbs. I'm probably about, maybe planned meals about 150, and then I get 2 meals of, so I'm right around about maybe 200,
yeah,
grams of
yeah.
carbs and stuff, and yeah, just boop, okay.
You'll be down to nothing by the end of it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
Well, that's
feeling
that's
good
awesome.
that, yeah, that, I kind of feel that. I think it's just, I just need to get glycogen in my muscles is all it
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
That's it primarily. So
yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's going to be an exciting year for all of us, I hope. Even our shows that we're doing and stuff. So a lot could happen this year. So look excited. I'm excited about that anyway. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. Arnold's coming up in 4 weeks, and 4 weeks
4 weeks.
and some days, maybe less than
Wow,
4 weeks actually.
yeah, I just find out that, I mean, I figure 300 grand, people would be clamoring for that.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I mean, if I were at that level right now, I mean, I'll just take me back to when I was like 33, 34. I don't know, dude.
And it's like,
I would have to shoot for that.
well, and it's like there's there could possibly be four people that aren't going to go to the Arnold, you know, altogether. So
Well,
yeah,
that's probably going to be a big payday all around then.
yeah, yeah. I mean, my top, if Hadi was going there, I still said I think Hadi's going to win, but Samson is so close, so close. I mean, if Hadi's not going to be there, it's Samson's show. I mean, I think just 100%. We got Horse MD, he's right hanging out there too. You got Holland's Heads that's right there. I mean, I'm pretty sure those are going to be top three right there. What I
You,
just
you
said, but
know,
I mean, we don't
a lot
know.
of times, it really boils down to, who's going to be the better person that day.
Yeah, yeah,
you know, who comes in just right. I mean, they're definitely got lean enough. They got the right amount of dryness. They got a right amount of fullness, because we know sometimes you get so full that it takes away from your detail. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So you don't
yeah,
want to get overly full, but you got to be full. And at the
yeah,
same time, I mean, you want to be dry, but you don't want to be too dry. Okay, but
yeah,
then you start looking flat. So
yeah.
you just got to nail that thing just right every single time. And people that do that, guys and gals that tend to do that time and time again, I think in a lot of cases, this is where coaches come in,
Yeah, it
especially
is.
if they
It
know
is.
they're athletes.
Yeah, yeah, it totally is. It totally is because you see what I don't see, and
Right.
you know what I mean, and that's just how it goes with the trainer. I mean, you know how to work out, you know how to train, you know how to diet and everything, but it's not those things. It's really what I don't know. Having a coach, you see all the things that you don't see. Period. I mean, for one thing, you see a back. Who can look at their back? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I said,
Somebody to check out.
I don't really need a coach until like the maybe the final 3 weeks, and maybe during peak week, because at that point you're really depleted. Your rationale is, you
Yeah,
know, you're kind of depleted, and this is when I would, at this point, I would probably take it over to someone who
Yeah.
knew how to dial me in that final week to get me dry, full enough and dry enough.
Yeah.
Give me the right amount of fullness, the right amount of dryness, and boom. Sometimes I can hit it. It's hit or miss. It's like at the Legion, the Legion that I did, I nailed that one. And then
Yeah. You
that
did.
first Worlds that I did, I nailed that one too. But
Yeah.
then, the second, I thought I did pretty much the same thing, and my body didn't react the way it would have normally reacted. And I'm like, wow, what's going on here? So, and this is where, you think, wow, this is where you have. But then again, coaches, they do that too. They think they
Mm.
got somebody figured out, and then the body doesn't respond the way
Yeah.
it would normally respond, and
Yeah.
you
It's,
know,
I mean, you've said it before, every prep's different and your body,
and
it changes.
it
Yeah. It
is,
changes. So,
there's a difference to it. So yeah.
speaking of the coach, and Samson, Milos and Samson. Now, do you think Milos has him dialed down so he doesn't go flat on stage now?
We're gonna see.
Because he's had two shows after the Olympia.
We're gonna
You
we're
know,
gonna
he's
we're
had
gonna we're
enough
gonna
time
find
now.
out. We're gonna
Yeah.
find out.
Because if
But
he doesn't flatten
I think
out,
if people with those rounder muscle bellies, they would probably need, well, in some ways, they probably don't need as much to look really full because they look full anyway. It's just part of the package. But
yeah,
at the same time, if you're a pro and they're gonna run you, if they're running you, through
yeah,
these doggone poses, and you're out there posing for 5 minutes or so, you're burning through some glycogen,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah,
you are burning through some glycogen, and
yeah,
you can flatten out.
yeah. Well, and I think Samson is one of those guys. He doesn't need that many carbs to get full. I mean, that's from what I
But
heard.
right, but the thing about it though is this: if he continues to have a problem flattening out when they start running you, if they just send him through like one, maybe two rotations, that's one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're out there and you're actively posing, for like 5 to 10 minutes, you're burning through a lot of glycogen.
What do you think? What would be a fix for that? Because you don't know if that's going to happen until you see everybody up on stage, right? I mean,
Well,
uh,
I mean, I think they got to fill them out a little bit more.
just more yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got to fill them out a little bit more.
yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. I mean,
yeah,
really depleting, but fill him out pretty good, and when they start running him, he's still got some more. He's got enough in the tank. Because
yeah.
clearly, last thing he was running, you could tell, you could see it.
Mm,
He was deflating because he was
yeah,
burning through that glycogen. He didn't have that much. It made his muscles look full and stuff. Yes, but it wasn't enough to get him through those long rounds of
yeah,
pose downs.
yeah, yeah. And the lineups are so deep nowadays that all the top fives are going to be. You're going to be going through
And I
through the
and I
gauntlet.
believe they said he looked better, in the evening,
Yeah,
because he got a chance to eat.
yeah. And
For
they've been
me,
doing. I mean, Olympia's what they're doing it like it's like 10, 11 at night or something like that when they're on stage for finals or
but
whatever.
they first of all, you look best in the morning.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, prejudging should always be in the morning. I don't care what it is. Prejudging should be in the mornings.
yeah,
She might
yeah.
be
I
doing the
agree.
prejudging about 10 o'clock at night. You're not going to be looking at impressive 10
Yeah,
o'clock at night. You're
that's
not.
true. Yeah, yeah.
Not, let me put it to you like this: not as impressive as you would at about 10 o'clock in the morning. You know,
Do you think maybe they might do that because that's kind of prime time when everybody's going to watch it? You think it might have something to do with it or something? I don't know.
yeah, I think it had more to do with viewership than the
Yeah,
athletes.
yeah,
They were honestly thinking more about the viewers
yeah,
than they were the athletes.
yeah. And
Yeah.
and we're fans, so I mean we're going to want to watch it regardless what time it is. You know, whether it's in the morning or at night. But you're right. Yeah, I think it was about the viewers, and they should have done it in the morning because I would have watched it anyway.
But yeah, but even though it's even the fans are thinking, and bodybuilding fans, they know bodybuilding, and they know that it's like inherent that bodybuilders tend to look best in the morning.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
and just that's the deal.
yeah,
I mean, I'll sit back, and it's probably impressive to watch it that late, but at the same time, I'm just thinking if I were an athlete up
It
there,
would suck.
I know I would be looking, yeah, I would be
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of
it would
sucks, but
suck.
okay, I see it.
Yeah, that would suck. And it's a 2 day thing too. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's 2 days. That
I think
sucks.
and I think it's the men's bodybuilding. That's the only one that they do that with.
Yeah, it is. It is.
They don't do that with classic and everybody else.
No, classic,
You know,
yeah, classic prejudging's the same day, right?
yeah,
No,
it is. And I,
it
I
is.
I think
Okay.
I think and I believe it or not, I think open bodybuilding should be the same way.
It should be, yeah, it should be. It should be.
You
But
know,
also
it,
should classic should get some more money and so should 212.
I think I
You know what
think
I
that
mean?
second day, that 2 day deal, I think it was something. Okay, when figure first came out, because it was so small. Okay, you had 2 rounds. You had a one-piece round and you had a two-piece round.
Mhm.
Okay, you know they come out in their I don't know which one they came out in first. I think it was the came out in the two-piece first, and then they came out in the one-piece. And
Mhm.
it's because it just wasn't a lot of athletes, and they needed something to fill up the time.
I see.
Well, once figure exploded, they didn't need that round anymore. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So
Yeah.
they got rid of it. You know, but even my wife, she still has her one pieces.
Really?
But yeah, just for prosperity,
Yeah.
just that was the time.
Yeah.
So she may have sold them, I don't know. But we remember those one pieces. But I think this 2 day deal, I think it should be in the morning, then have them come back and eat just like
Yeah.
everybody else,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's it.
No, I agree. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
That sucks. All right, you guys, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. You got any comments? Let us know what you think about what's going to go on with Hadi. Is he going to make it to the UK? Is he going to make it to the Ohio? Is he going to make it to the Olympia? I mean, we don't know what's going to go on. So, anyway, let us know. Thank you for watching. Good night, Donnie, and we'll see
All
you
right,
guys
man.
next week.